All right, we are back with another AI made easy ASAP. For this one, I want to focus a little bit more going into education. This is something that parents, guardians from home, or teachers in schools, or if you work, educating or working with children in a different environment, maybe it's not a school building per se or directly at their home, you can use this same type of thing. I'm going to still use ChatGPT, which we've introduced in a couple of previous videos. But the focus here is interest-driven learning. Okay, interest-driven learning. What I found as a teacher, just as a person, right, school leader, in every context, whatever I've done, if you can frame learning around what somebody is really interested in, especially if we're talking about younger children at this point, if you can focus it and target what they're learning around what they actually enjoy, everybody's going to be better set up for success, right? You got a better chance at making it happen, keeping them engaged, and then at the same time, and really ensuring that they get the learning that you want them to have. So I'm going to use my own son as an example, and what we're going to do is think about creating a personalized learning plan for a child. And we could do this at any age, um, any interest, but we want to loop that in. If you're not sure what your child is interested in, if you ask them, hey, what do you really enjoy? What are you interested in? And they say, I don't know, I'm going to do another video. But what you could do first is go to Google and search uh, interest survey for children, right? Interest survey for children. My students used to take this interest survey whenever I did an enrichment class to narrow down what their focus was. So if they told me, Mr. Scott, I don't know what I like, I'm not sure what I want to study, I was able to look at this survey and say, oh, right here it says that you enjoy science, writing, and something else. Why don't we include or figure out what fits there, right? What about science? And then sometimes they would land on certain topics, and then I can say, all right, well, let's focus on that. Maybe that's a good idea. And that helped a lot. So that's an example. But if you do have a child who is aware of their interests, like my son, being dinosaurs, right? My 5-year-old loves dinosaurs. Let's break this down, and I'm show you how to create a plan pretty easily with this tool. So I'm going to say, I am the parent of a 5-year-old who is interested in dinosaurs. I want to create a personalized learning plan for him from home, right? So I'm taking the context of homeschool. If you're a teacher, maybe you want to revise this and think about if you have a particular student, maybe they're struggling, or maybe you need enrichment or you need to accelerate them. Use their interest and say, I want to create a personalized plan to support these areas where they struggle, or I want to create a personalized learning plan to help them, move forward and get ahead. And it can kind of provide some insights, and you can even get resources. But I'll show what this looks like. So, parent of a 5-year-old interested in dinosaurs, personalized learning plan from home, right? And then we're going to get our output. And again, I'm using ChatGPT, the free version. You don't have to pay anything for this. All right, so it's going to break this down. Give me a weekly layout, what the focuses are right here, and some resources, ideas. And then the cool thing is that it's going to break it down by subject area, right? So if he's interested in dinosaurs, I want to see what that looks like in reading, math, science, which is kind of self-explanatory, right? Creative, and then even I like this idea a lot is the idea of like field trips and that type of thing. Because then you can go based on where you live, you can look at, okay, are there any museums around? Are there any events happening that we could go to that could support this? So you can take it even further, right? I've seen a lot of homeschoolers do really amazing things with this because there's just a lot more autonomy, right, in terms of the choice and what their day and week looks like in learning. From here, we could go even further, right? And create a planner, a weekly planner. You could even create resources, right? Like I could ask it to, create a simple worksheet for each subject area, right? For literacy, math, so on and so forth, right? And it could generate those things for you. You could, if you wanted to, if you're working, in a particular school or whatever setting, and it's based on, we'll say standards, right? You got state standards for learning. You can actually feed those standards in here or tell it we are under, you know, whatever state standard, right? Wherever you are, can you align this plan to those state standards, right? And then go from there. But this is just a quick walkthrough. First step, continue to explore, check it out. The personalized learning is here, and AI can help. See you next time. Peace.